So we're getting pretty close to the spot. Came here last year, fished twice, and it was a pretty cool experience. I only caught one rainbow trout in 2 days worth of fishing, but I saw a ton of fish. And you don't really realize how big White Clay Creek really is until you actually look at it on a map. And I mean, last year I probably spent 3 or 4 hours just wading the river trying to find spots where the water wasn't ripping, try and find some pools. But the neat thing last year when I was up here was there was an abundance of fish. I mean, I saw palomino trout, white suckers, carp, pickerel, I mean sunnies, I mean you name it. But I think when I was fishing it was about 30 degrees, and I think that that cold air, that didn't really help the bite. So hopefully with a little bit warmer weather, that might wake some of these fish up. So we'll see how we make out today. But now we're entering the park. I'm off a branch of the White Clay Creek, and the first thing that I recognize is how clear the water is. I mean, you could see fish, nothing substantial, but you could see fish swimming around on the other side of this bridge. Looks like there's something, a little school of fish right here behind this fallen down tree. I can't really tell because it's a little far away, but I'm gonna try a few different things to see if they're not hungry. What's nice about this spot that I found is it's the creek slows down. A lot of the scouting for this spot, you have running water like this, and with that much current, sometimes it's hard to fish certain types of rigs. Like if you're using like a split shot rig or you're fishing the bottom, you really could only fly fish this or fish with lures. But over here we have this still water, and I think should be holding some fish. So today I just left the spot I was just fishing. I only really got about an hour to fish it, honestly. Good sign, saw some trout, saw some sunfish. I think I saw 2 really slender fish. I think they were creek chubs, but not really sure. I did have some, my only hit I had while fishing that entire time was on, what's it called? Night crawlers on a size 12 hook with a split shot about a half a foot above it. I'm gonna regroup, come back tomorrow, fish a different branch of White Clay Creek with a friend. So hopefully tomorrow the luck's a little bit better. I would cast right towards that pool. So take this tip from me, when you're fishing White Clay Creek or any creek. See, I'm a Jersey boy who fishes mostly saltwater, so I'm not really in my element. Last year I came out here and I'm wading the river, and you know, you look at the bottom and you think, oh, that's solid bottom. I made the mistake of stepping where these leaves are and turned into a nice deep hole. And you know, that's a quick way to ruin your day when you fall past where your waders are and the water's below 30 degrees. So tip for the wise, just be careful where you walk, because the bottom's not as solid as you think it is. So what's nice about this spot is I'm on top of the spillway, and there's a deep hole that runs along the bottom of it, and then it shallows out, but there's nice little eddies along the side of this creek that are holding fish. Up here it's pretty still, which is nice. So, and there's some deep pools by the sides. Come here. See him?
Where's that? Oh, I see one.
Yeah, see him?
Yeah.
Cast towards him, you got him. Got him, let's go! Let's go, Sean's first trout. All right, we'll keep him in the water, keep him in the water. Oh man. Oh, that's a sweet rainbow, dude. Here, hold on, here's what we're gonna do. All right, yeah, so let me take your rod from you. You wanna wet your hands, because with these guys, whenever you take them out of the water, they could get really damaged. So we want to try and lessen that exposure. So,
is there a shark?
Nah, nothing. The best way to grab him, I'd say, behind the gill, where you're not like covering his gill plate. Yeah, dude, sweet fish. There, let me pop a pick. You want to hold him up? Let me open that bail, and then we'll get him back in the water. Here, you can hold him higher. All right, one. Oh, you got to hold him a little bit higher. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Hold on one sec. Let me just make sure these are good. And I'm just gonna take one of him, and then we'll get him back in the water. Sean's first PA trout of the year, man. Sick. All right, let's get him back in the water. Here, you'll hold him. Let's get that. Just before you release him. Oh.
I'm losing him.
There you go.
Let him go?
Yep. Oh, there he goes. Dude. Told you I'd put you on the fish, man. So we're kind of on a time crunch today. So we're trying to fish as many spots of this White Clay Creek as we can. We've already fished the spillway, on top of the spillway. Now we're just gonna try a few different spots up the creek. But what I'm noticing, I've never fished, I fished here once before, but I never fished freshwater very often. But I'm noticing that most of the fish are sitting in the deep pools. Now, I brought my deeper sonar, and it was marking that the water temp was about 39 degrees, so it's pretty cold. So I'm assuming most of these fish would rather sit in the deeper holes. But we are seeing trout in the shallows. Well, stay tuned, we'll see what else we can get today.